What's up, guys? This is Alan Pope, aka Real Alan Pope, and the light over here is out. Yes, there's a leak in my ceiling. But anyway, so I just got the general manager of a Little Caesars to commit with me on coming in earlier than we normally do to do sign holding for him to help increase sales. See, guys, you can take a very small opportunity and you can make it into a big one for yourself and, to help others. Although, money is, hang on a second, I just took a picture of myself. Although money is not the most important thing in life, your relationship with God is, absolutely. But we need to have money to live, right? So, this is incredible. I mean, I'm just so happy. The opportunity that I have to create abundance, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about money. I mean, money buys things, yes, but abundance of things, not having to, worry about having to have money when you have it, you just gotta be focused and, committed and just go after it. I mean, honestly, I started off this, basically what it initially was and what it's slowly turning into for me, is that I went, and I committed to finding a job, and I found a horrible job with this particular franchise in Memphis, Tennessee, working at Perkins. They treated me like crap, the same way that another company treated me as well. And so they said, we didn't think it was going to work out. It was like 4 or 5 days I worked there. Anyway, but it took me a day and a half to get out enough resumes, guys, like good looking resume, because of the things that I've done in the past. I have stored that information, and I've just been proud of my accomplishments, and I wrote it down in such a way that people were like, wow, we gotta have this guy. So I applied to, or not applied, I was already hired. I just had to go through the orientation. As soon as I hand the manager my resume, he pretty much hired me on the spot. It just took me a couple of weeks to be able to make it to orientation. I was just trying to get rid of, excuses of, not having a vehicle and just having to ride my bicycle, doing what you got to do to create opportunities, for yourself. You got to think outside the box. So that's what I did, I just made sure I kept trying to improve. And so he was patient. I think he waited about 2 weeks on me. But the day before, or 2 days before, he said he felt like it was a sign because his operations manager said to him, he's like, I want you to hire a sign guy. And he was telling all the other Little Caesars locations the same thing. And so he was like, he took that I came 2 days later as a sign that he should hire me. And I was like, oh, wow. So there were a couple of different figures, in one day, but I think it was after a week, after the first week, I had increased their sales almost by $500, real close, a couple dollars away. I probably shouldn't tell you the exact figure because maybe they don't want me to. But anyways, so, I mean, guys, there's so much opportunity. You can create a sign business. I mean, that might be, what I'm doing. I'm just taking things slow, just kind of trying to see where things go. But, I mean, you can go out and create a sign business. I'm not familiar with other markets, but in the Memphis, Tennessee market, it's anywhere from at least currently over there, I'll just say in the Memphis area, it's about $250 to $500 extra. You can make a business a day, standing out holding the sign for 4 hours. Not really just holding the sign, try and be creative. Definitely smile. If you don't have anything to smile about right now, be like, I'm going to have something to smile about in the future. So just be like, I'm happy because my future is going to be bright. And it's like, if you ask, you will receive type of a thing. It's like, I think it's Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. I got to relook that up. But, if you keep knocking, if you stay consistent with something, eventually something's going to come out of it, and not just persistency, but like how often are you persistent with different things? So I was persistently trying to emotionally connect with these people passing by, Little Caesars, because I truly do care about all people, and I'm slowly getting away from caring if people think, oh, that guy must be an axe murderer, he's smiling at me, I'm like, I don't care. Think what you want to think. I'm never going to do anybody any harm. So I'm very happy because it only took like a minute to convince the general manager of this store, Little Caesars, to give me the opportunity with 4 more hours to the day, so 8 hours total, to help bring in more sales. And it's earlier in the morning too, so it's like 11 a.m. You could say to 3 p.m. extra, but normally it's 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. that I do the little sign holding job. And he committed with me because he was like, man, this guy has told me he was going to do this, help me increase sales, and he did it, and he showed up. He kept, doing everything he said he was going to do. And man, yeah, I want to commit with him. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. So I'm very excited, guys. I mean, I'm just overjoyed. This is like one of those worthwhile videos to do because I'm feeling genuinely inspired and I did something amazing. And that's the type of stuff you want to share with others, is above average things. But if you share, average things that everybody else is doing, every day, that's very common, people are not as interested. So hopefully you will love this video. Hey, I know I enjoyed creating it. You can see the smile on my face, Don't worry about what you're not doing in life. Just focus on always trying to level up and be a better person. I hope you all have a wonderful day.